The United States is not just a military superpower, it is the undisputed kingpin of the global arms trade. Since the outbreak of the Russia-Ukraine war, the US has provided Ukraine with a massive arsenal of weapons and military equipment. These battlefield engagements have showcased the unparalleled effectiveness of American weaponry, drawing the attention of nations worldwide and fueling their desire to acquire US-made arms. However, arms sales are far more than just business transactions. They are a strategic geopolitical maneuver. The majority of these deals are struck between governments, as they directly influence the global balance of military power. In times of war, a single arms contract can tip the scales of victory, altering the military and political landscape of an entire region. For over 200 years, the United States has not only emerged victorious in wars, but has also become a war profiteer of unprecedented scale. Both World War I and World War II allowed the US to amass immense wealth through arms sales, solidifying its position as a dominant force in the global defense industry. Today, this influence remains unchallenged as the country continues to wield its power through a vast and formidable military-industrial complex. Did you know? 4 out of the 10 largest arms manufacturers in the world are American companies. This fact alone underscores that the US is not only home to the most advanced military force, but is also the largest weapons supplier on the planet. In one way or another, almost every country in the world is equipped with American-made weaponry. The US sells weapons worldwide, but are they afraid of being copied? In 2020, the US exported $175 billion worth of arms, securing 68 major contracts across dozens of nations in Europe and Asia. Japan stood out as the largest buyer, spending a staggering $27.9 billion to acquire 105 F-35 fighter jets. But here's the real question. Is the United States concerned that its advanced military technology could be reverse engineered by other nations? The truth is, reverse engineering military technology is nothing new. In fact, during World War II, copying weapon designs dramatically shifted the course of warfare. One of the most striking examples was the Soviet T-34 tank, the ultimate nightmare for Nazi Germany. In June 1941, Nazi Germany launched a massive invasion of the Soviet Union. However, they were completely unprepared for the sheer resilience and firepower of the Soviet T-34 tanks. These tanks were nearly impervious to German anti-tank weaponry, and their superior mobility made them a force to be reckoned with. The 37mm anti-tank guns used by the German military were utterly ineffective against the T-34's thick armor. While the 88mm guns had enough firepower to destroy them, there simply weren't enough of them available to support German infantry in battle. So how did Germany respond? By copying American military technology. Inspired by the US Army's bazooka, Nazi engineers developed the Panzerfaust, one of the most iconic anti-tank weapons of the war. At that time, weapon manufacturing technology was relatively simple, and nations had minimal safeguards against technology theft. This made reverse engineering weapons much easier than it is today. Did the US learn from this? Absolutely. Instead of waiting for history to repeat itself, they took proactive steps to ensure that their cutting-edge technology could never be easily replicated. After World War II, the United States learned a crucial lesson. Weapons can be copied, but core military technology cannot. Most of the US weapons exported during that era were either outdated models or mid to low tier variants. Even if foreign powers managed to replicate them, they were only acquiring obsolete technology, incapable of challenging America's military dominance. But the US didn't stop there. American exported weapons are deliberately modified. Compared to the versions used by the US military, export models lack certain high-tech components, ensuring that even if they fall into the wrong hands, they will never compromise American military superiority. Because of this strategic safeguard, even nations that actively attempt to reverse engineer US weaponry have never been able to surpass American military technology. One of the most famous examples of reverse engineering US weapons happened during World War II. In July 1944, a US B-29 bomber was hit and forced to land in Vladivostok, Soviet Union. However, what happened next was astonishing. 3 more B-29 bombers also fell into Soviet hands. The result? The Soviets reverse-engineered the aircraft and successfully developed the Tupolev Tu-4, a near-identical copy of the B-29. A conventional naval fleet is no match for the overwhelming power of a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier. That's why every military superpower is racing to develop next-generation weaponry. But the United States always stays ahead. Most of the weapons America exports are not its most advanced models. This is not just to prevent technology theft. It is a deliberate strategy to ensure that once a country starts using US weapons, they must continue relying on American upgrades and maintenance. So, what happens if a country tries to reverse engineer US weapons? Many high-tech US weapons are equipped with self-destruct mechanisms. If they are tampered with or disassembled for study, an internal system automatically activates and destroys key components, making accessing the core technology impossible. Even without self-destruction mechanisms, reverse engineering modern military technology is nearly impossible. The more advanced the weapon, the more complex its core components. Without detailed blueprints and specialized manufacturing processes, any attempt to copy US weapons will only result in a pile of useless parts. Or will another military power rise to challenge its dominance? What do you think about America's strategy of exporting weapons? Is this the key to maintaining global military supremacy? Let us know your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned for more exclusive insights into military secrets, advanced weaponry, and global strategic confrontations. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.